I think you should make a knife out of that.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna cut.
I did too. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Brackin Blades Forge. Today our video is sponsored by Atlas Knife and Tool. The piece of equipment that they sponsored in the video is a Graham forge. It's got a little port. This is actually the front. We use it in the reverse order, mainly because we do a lot of Damascus, and so I want the large port where I'm going to be taking my steel out front. It's very simple. You can brick the front. You're not going to melt the face. My favorite feature about this forge is actually this right here. And a lot of different forges, you've got to measure and adjust to get it in here. This one, I just undo it. There we go. And if you look closely, you can see this little lip. The coolest thing about this is actually not having to worry about where your burner needs to fit in. When I do it this way, I can just press it all the way in and then tighten this down, and I've got a perfect fit burner. So one of the most important features of this forge is actually the fan. The fan is what causes this forge to get so hot. This forge burns an advertised $1 of propane per hour. I've used it now for about a month and a half, and I can say that's pretty accurate. First things first, turn on your fan. This is the first and last step of starting and turning off this forge. When you turn off the forge, you're going to leave your fan on. What it's going to do is it's going to force all the heat in the air out the back of the forge and the front of the forge, and it's not going to screw up your burner. This is a big problem for other forges because there's no way. The heat just keeps going, it expands the steel, and over time everything gets all warped and nasty. This one doesn't have that problem. The burner's here, the fan is on, it's pushing the heat out. I know you like yours, but mine, I can see they stuck out so far on either end of my face. My head's just too small for them, I guess.
Don't talk about yourself like I do. There's a little hook on the end of the tail, and I think I got an idea how I want to do it, so I'm going to try it next. Kind of looks like a unicorn.
Yeah, or a narwhal.
Or a narwhal. A narwhal. flattening dies, it helps me flatten out and tells me where I'm high. So as you're pressing on the knife, different areas are cooling down. The spots that cool quicker are the high points. You can squish it down and see, okay, do I have enough all the way around my tang so that when I put my glue, it looks even all the way around. We'll do that a couple more times because I noticed I have a little bit of a low spot right there.
Filing a file. Is that ironic, or what is that?
It's like,
Or is it poetic?
it's like the Dondards.
What's that?
The Dondards, they ate each other. It's all strong. Doing something that I call, there's probably another term for it, exercising the grain structure. But what you're doing essentially is you're just changing the grain structure slowly instead of just introducing it to critical right away and then letting it normalize. What happens is after I go to the quench, because I'm only going to really heat the edge up and then quench it. When I go to the quench, since I exercised the grain structure and then normalized it, it's not going to want to warp on me. And so I have a real fine edge. I just did it with this dagger. And this is an as-quenched dagger. It was this thick when I quenched it. It's super thin. And a lot of people will tell you that that's too thin, but no, I got it hard. It's been tempered now. But what I did is I did the same thing. I exercised the grain structure. I went, a couple different cycles. It was probably about 3 or 4 cycles, and then a couple of normalizing cycles. And then I quenched it. No clay, anything like that. Straight into the quench, came out, straight as an arrow. Not a handmade arrow either.
Straight as a modern arrow.
Straight as a modern arrow.
your forge off. Keep your little fan going. So we've quenched the knife and we've tempered it. We stuck it in the oven for 385 for 2 hours. And then we're just going to do a light torch temper after we get done through some of the grinding phase. This is day 2. We're going to start the process. We're going to jump over to the grinder. We're going to put a Trizact belt on. We're going to clean up the edges. And then we're going to get started on the handle.
So what do you want to say to all the people that are going to say that it's not historically accurate?
We're not going for historical accuracy. We took the designs and the elements. I have a bunch of books where I go look up different knives, different historical knives, or read about them and look up the shape. This is kind of following along the shape of a Persian fighter, Indo-Persian Jambaya Kanjar. Probably said those wrong. Not worried about it. I'm not Persian, so I'm going to say them the best that I can. But in all honesty, we are going for a more modern design, taking historical elements and making a modern Persian fighter. And if you don't like it, there's a lake down the road. You can go jump in it.
There's also a Kopesh video they can watch to get really annoyed.
Oh yeah, we've had plenty of comments about the Kopesh video not being accurate, yada yada.
We love all your negative comments. We love roasting you guys. So
Yeah, just a warning, if you post negative comments,
we have a lot of fun with
you
that.
might get roasted. So. Or we're walking up to our bedroom at night and...
Not our... our respective bedrooms.
Hang on. What you can do is you can take a little bit of dot of super glue. I can't take credit for this. I saw another knife maker make it, and I thought that was a really cool trick. But just put a dot of super glue on your blade, clamp it down, let it dry for a second. What this is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to drill all of my holes. It's also going to allow me to put a full tracing line all the way around without it shifting around or having the clamp in the way. Now we're not going to drill all the way through the holes. We're just going to slightly tap them and indent them. The pressure from the drill press is more than likely going to break the little bit of super glue that I do have on here.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it's a permanent addition.
Whose stupid idea was this?
Yours.
You said you saw it on
I literally heard you tell me to do it right before we started filming.
You said you saw it on a YouTube channel.
I'm serious. You were looking at me and I heard the words falling out of your eyes. This is one of our kitchen knives.
I was just about to say that. Not finished quite, but that's a kitchen knife, everybody.
It's also a pry bar.
That's a properly heat-treated knife, everybody.
That's a properly heedle-treedle-deedle-deedle-dum little knife.
So because the pins are so close together, we're not going to be able to clamp it like we normally clamp. So we came up with a little idea, which you were about to witness.
Proper preparation makes for easy application. I smeared glue on the inside of this knife. And over application makes for terrible cleanup. I'm gonna need you to come clamp this.
Oh. Okay, hang on.
The whole YouTube world is about to see your hands.
Here, move it over this way so the YouTube world can see my hands better. How did that happen? Okay, got that at least. Oh, this knife is coming out. Push this one back in a little bit. I'm gonna try to get on top of the handle. Can you move your thumb back? There we go.
Okay.
Oh man, that's precarious. Okay. And now we wait.
What's it supposed to say again?
I have no idea. You didn't tell me. You said selfish plug.
Oh, yeah. Guys, if you're enjoying this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave us a comment what you'd like to see us make, or leave us a question about knife making processes, and we'll answer them. We really do answer every single comment, good and bad. Also, head over to our Patreon. There's a link below, down there, right down there.
Ooh.
Let's try another one.
Whoa. Pretty cool.
It's got on him.
I got soaked, dude.
Daddy's got it all over you.
I know, look at the ground.
You look like a berserker.
Just following family tradition, the Woad warriors would paint themselves blue before they went into battle. So this is me painting myself blue before my fierce battle with water bottles.